Hello, everyone. So, if you've been following me for some time now, you probably know that I speak German and have an interest in various German things, and I've featured a few German games on my channel because Germans also had a significant hand in making a lot of different types of games in the golden age of computer games back in the 1990s. But I did have sort of a little project going where I wanted to play some international games, which might have not gotten much exposure among English-speaking audiences because they never got translated into English. That wasn't quite as successful as I hoped it would be, just because, I don't speak many other languages and couldn't think of any other games to really sample. But it occurred to me that there are quite a few foreign games which did get English translations and still didn't get much exposure in the English market. So, what I'm going to go ahead and do this week, I'm hoping to start two different Let's Plays of French adventure games. And you might not think they're that obscure because, France it's obviously a well-known country. It's one of the most popular tourist destinations in the world, and French is a widely spoken language. But there are actually quite a lot of French games which are barely known outside of France, even though they have gotten English translations. So today, what I'm going to go ahead and start with is a game called uh, Armaeth. Armaeth. I don't know exactly how you're supposed to pronounce that. This game, I believe, was originally a French adventure game using a lower color, lower lower bit color palette, and this is a rather nice conversion. It's been translated into English. It's been updated with 256 color VGA graphics, so it's quite good in some ways. It's not very good in other ways, and when you first see this game, you'll probably think, why have I never seen this game before? It looks great. But you'll pretty quickly figure out why you haven't seen it. It's not a great game. It's not a terrible game. It actually does a lot of nice things, but rather than me talking about it, let's go ahead and actually get into it. What I do want to show first is the game actually comes, interestingly enough, with a... Oh, this is DOSBox. Not wanting... Hold on. I want to run help.bat. Okay, I think I need to run. I think I need to do this. There we go. That worked. Okay. So I mean, yeah, you can get information. I mean, this is just basic information about how to play the game. Um, or actually, this is actually information on using this help system. Sorry, but yeah, so there are basically four different levels in the game, and this is actually like a built-in help system or a built-in hint system, actually giving you hints about the four different levels of the game. Or I guess it's not exactly built-in because it's not in the game program itself. This is a separate program that runs apart from the game program, but okay, so it's not quite built-in hints, but sort of, kind of. Anyway, okay, let's go ahead and run armaeth.bat. And oh yeah, I believe this is some kind of copy protection, but this copy of the game appears to have been modified somewhat because you can type in any number and it will proceed. Real World Soft. Armaeth, the Lost Kingdom. So these are some characters. That music's kind of loud. Let me turn that down just for a second. So this is the story. This is the story that you get. Once upon a time, long ago, a dwarf people lived in this country. It was ruled by an old and very wise king. His name was Armaeth. Peace reigned over this kingdom for many centuries. The dwarf and the elf people lived and worked together, developing the resources of this country, building cities, creating fabulous jewelry and fantastic weapons, studying sciences and magic. This prosperity soon raised Menenkar's hatred. So Armaeth is obviously up there in the upper right corner. Looks like Menenkar is not portrayed here, unless that's him in the lower left, and maybe Minas is short for Menenkar. I don't know. Anyway, master of all dark forces and evil creatures, his power was great, but still not enough. He coveted this wealth to gain even more power. He gathered orcs, demons, evil sorcerers, and all of his creatures, and then sent this army to conquer Armaeth's kingdom. Terrible wars devastated the kingdom, bringing ruins and desolation. After many years and great losses in the dwarf and elf people, Menankar was finally defeated and his army was destroyed. The kingdom was ransacked, cities were burned to ashes, the prosperity was gone for years. The dwarves and the elves decided to leave this country for a while and to hide their people until their forces and strength will be recovered. The dwarf people went with all their wealth in a secret kingdom they named Dol Armaeth. Many centuries went away since then. Human people has now invaded this country. However, these old legends still remain in some minds. You are Killian, that guy in the upper left. You are Killian, a daring adventurer looking after glory and noble actions. Or is it you're something greedy and looking after loot? Whatever it may be, tavern rumors convinced you that the secret entrance to their coveted kingdom of Dol Armaeth is somewhere in this country. You decide you will check this by yourself. Yes, you do plan to conquer Dol Armaeth. Alone, since glory and a kingdom crown are hard to share. And all its wealth will be even harder to share. Okay, I guess his motivations are not actually all that noble after all. And there you go. After that dramatic intro, suddenly we're just here. Here you are, right in the middle of this wild country with no weapons and no defense, but an unbelievable boldness. I'm going to turn up the volume just a touch because this music is fairly quiet now. That intro music is pretty loud, but this music's quite nice. I actually really like this music. It's very simple, sort of piano MIDI kind of stuff, but it has a pleasant sort of ambience to it. So I guess we could make it even a touch louder than that. I don't know, it's hard to tell how loud is too loud, but I'll leave it at that for now. So, we have an unbelievable boldness, and I guess we're not that noble after all because we're looking for power, we're trying to conquer this kingdom. Your initial task will be to explore this country, to search all caves, to inspect all bushes. Oh, I like to inspect bushes. You must find clues, information, and equipment, for you know that the secret hidden to Dol Armaeth is here, nearby but well hidden. Luck smiles to the daring ones, and curiosity will be rewarded. Alright. So, first impressions I think are pretty good. The graphics you can see are rather nice. I mean, yeah, the graphics are good looking. The music is fairly simple, but it's serviceable. It's passable. I mean, it's okay. It's like, yeah, okay, I can live with that. It's not the worst thing I've ever heard. Now, for me personally, those of you who know me and know what I like in adventure games, the game has one particular feature which really wins me over. It looks like a point-and-click adventure, and it is. You have this icon bar up here, so I can click on the eye and, use it to look at things. But if I start typing letters on the keyboard, look at what happens. There is a text parser in this game. The game has a text parser, and if you start typing, it will pop up a little text box. You can say things like, look at the waterfall. This torrent flows from the nearby mountain. It is said that it flows underground shortly after this cascade. The river is quite deep here. So it combines both interfaces. And this is something that I have really long wanted to do with adventure games. I really very much value text parsers in games. I don't necessarily have anything against point-and-click interfaces as long as there's a text parser in the game as well. And what always bothered me about what Sierra did with adventure games after King's Quest V is they just got rid of the parser altogether. You don't have to do that. You can have both. And this game has both. And that is fantastic. I love that. This game does a lot of things right. And also if you press F1, you get fairly extensive help. I mean, okay, you can move around with the normal keyboard cursor keys and things like that, or you can move around with the mouse. Either one works. Yeah, save, restore, continue, restart the game, score. Fairly standard stuff, I guess. I mean, nothing really super surprising here, I suppose. This female figure up here, it looks to me a bit like a Valkyrie. I don't know if it's supposed to be Valkyrie, but it looks to me like one. If you click on her, this will give you a general description of this screen or this room that you're in. So a mountain obstructs the passage to the east. The waterfall bounces from rock to rock. I don't think water bounces, but keep in mind, I believe this game was developed by a French team, so they probably I guess it was not necessarily native English speakers who wrote some of this text. So, I mean, the translation is pretty good, but there might be some weird oddities in it that reveal it was not written by a native speaker, but that's fine. Creating magnificent spin drifts, the river escapes to the north and to the west. All right. And if you click on this sort of wizard up here, notice it changes the icons. So we actually have 3 different icon bars. So this is the first one. And the icons here are for things like look, pick up. I guess this is obviously unlock. Torch. Torches are important in this game. Push something, speak. Is this I guess it's a weapon? I don't know what the heart is for. I really don't know what the heart is for. This is obviously climb, and this is walk. So the rightmost icon here is just walk around. So like I said, you can walk with the mouse, as I'm doing now, or if you want, you can just press left, and then he goes left with the keyboard. And the keyboard controls work just like in Sierra Adventures. If you're moving to the right, you press right again to stop walking. So pretty straightforward. If you click on this, then you get a few things here. Like this is obviously eat. I guess this is give us a present. This is hit something with a hammer. I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is either. And then here we get the game's control stuff. So, you know, this is to save and load the game. This smiley face restarts the game. Exit is fairly important. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Okay. You have to be careful. Now, there is a bear. That is a bear. In fact, can I look at the bear? It's a huge cavern bear. Its fur is splendid, even tempting. Unfortunately, I doubt it would be ready to give it to you. Yeah. That bear is one of the most annoying things about the beginning of the game, because that bear just wanders around freely, and it will kill you if it runs into you. It doesn't, so allegedly it doesn't actively try to pursue you unless it's hungry, and it will, you can tell it's hungry because it's gonna start rearing up, like it will walk around on its hind legs, allegedly, if it's hungry. If it's walking on all fours like it was now, it's not hungry per se, but it is just kind of curiously wandering around, and it will kill you if you touch it. So it won't, like, it's not trying to hunt you if it's walking on all fours, but it will still kill you if you just happen to brush against it. So yeah, try to avoid the bear. One interesting thing about the game is if you die, and you will die a lot in this game, you can click on this icon here to resurrect yourself. So basically you get infinite resurrections. I don't know if there's any penalty for needing to get resurrected. There doesn't seem to be, but yeah. Still, I'd like to try to avoid dying if possible. This here kind of gives you this sort of gold bag or something, gives you a status. So this tells you how many points you have, your current fortune. Obviously we have 0, so we have no fortune, no points. This turns the music on and off. And this metronome, this changes the speed of the game. So right now you can see I'm walking pretty slowly, and if I click on the metronome, it makes me go faster. So clicking with the left mouse button makes you go faster, and then clicking with the right mouse button, like I did a few times, makes it go slower. And I think this changes not only your speed, but the speed of the whole game. And this hourglass, if you click on the hourglass, it stops. See that waterfall is no longer moving, so clicking on the hourglass pauses, and then click on it again to unpause. What's interesting, one thing I do find kind of interesting, if you've paused the game like this, you can still use the arrow keys or the cursor keys to move around. But if you do that, see what's happening? The game moves when you move. So basically, when you start moving around, the game world moves with you. But if you stop, then it leaves the game paused. So basically, this turns the game into super hot. You know, time only moves when you move. So that's kind of an interesting touch. So okay, so there's all that. I think I've explained most of the buttons up here now. Yeah, and the game has treasures, as this sort of suggests. There are treasures, and so it's kind of like, you know, Colossal Cave or Zork or those old classic adventure games where you have to like collect all the treasures. I guess you don't have to collect all of them. But you get less points, obviously, if you don't collect all of them. So, and the game has a day-night cycle. I don't know if you noticed, the game got slightly brighter a minute ago as I was playing, it just suddenly got a little bit brighter. That's because the day is wearing on. I guess the sun got a little bit higher in the sky. So it will start getting dark if you waste too much time. So let's try to avoid it getting dark because that's kind of annoying. I guess that's it for now. Let's go ahead and start exploring and hope we don't run into that bear. There's the bear again. The bear is not particularly diligent about trying to follow us. I don't know if he's even... Is he trying to follow me, or is he just wandering around randomly? I don't know. But I don't think the bear goes into the river. So if you are on the other side of the river from the bear, then you should be safe. But that bear really is annoying. And again, if he kills you, you can just resurrect yourself. So theoretically, you shouldn't need to worry. But I think you may not want to... I think there may be reasons why you don't want to get caught by the bear, even if you can resurrect yourself. But I'm not sure. I've never played this game to the end. I don't know much about this game. I'm still trying to figure it out as I go, so apologies. There's a lot that I don't know. Is this a dead end? Looks like this is a corner here where I can't go from. All right, let's walk around. Notice the change in the music. The music suddenly became a lot more sinister. That's because this here is exactly what it looks like. It is a skeleton, which is a bunch of broken and gnawed bones. Its owner must have had run into a specimen of the local fauna, whose appetite has no reason to envy the size of its jaws. I don't think we can do anything with the skeleton. We can't pick it up. Yeah, that won't accomplish anything. I don't think we can do anything with this. It's just sort of... yeah. Somebody who died, probably to the bear. And speaking of the bear, no, it doesn't say anything about this, but hold on. This ravine is dark and hostile, encumbered with large rocks. Vegetation has been damaged here. Uh-oh, there are large paw tracks on the ground. Yeah, this is actually the bear's cave, and you can actually go inside. Yeah, this is the interior of the bear's cave. You can see it's pretty dark. I would advise not going there until we get something to light the darkness. So let's go ahead and head back there later when we get a torch of some kind, but we don't have one of those right now. Oh yeah, one other thing. Hold on, let me go ahead and save the game here. I think... Is this to save the game? No, this is to restore. Alright, Disc C. Armaeth seems reasonable, yeah. Name the saved game. I don't know. Arm? Enter a sequential number. Gosh, this is an interesting save system. Alright, I saved the game, so if I say restore now... Yeah, okay, can actually... Okay, interesting. Alright, anyway, so what I wanted to do is look at this. That weird sort of sound you hear is... these bees. They make excellent honey. But if you get too close to them... Buzz, buzz, gasp, buzz, arg, buzz. Take a good look. What you thought were inoffensive bees are not. They are hornets. Tragic mistake. Buzz, buzz, arg. You have discovered a little too late that hornets do not like intruders. Now... I understand that bees make honey, and that's all well and good, but bees will still attack you. Like, bees can still bees will fatally sting you if you invade their hive. So, I don't think that, I don't understand this idea that bees are inoffensive and hornets are somehow much worse. Oh, is the bear going to... Okay. Sometimes the bear will actually start eating your corpse. If he comes across it. Okay, this time he just walked through. I guess he wasn't hungry. Alright, let's see. Let's go ahead and restore the game, because even though you can resurrect unlimited times... Actually, let me show what happens if you do resurrect. I guess I should have shown the resurrection process. So if you just click on resurrect here... Okay, a little magic powder, magic spell, and voila! You don't really see it very well because this tree's in the way, but you can see we just resurrected here, and that's it. And now we can just continue on with the game. So you don't technically really need to save the game to avoid dying, because you can just die as much as you want, it seems. But I'm gonna load the game if I die, because I get the feeling, maybe I'm wrong, but I just kind of get the feeling that there's some kind of penalty eventually for dying. I think also you can die here. Yeah. You should not have come swimming in these eddies. They are too strong. You feel yourself pulled irresistibly towards the bottom. You sink like a stone to never reappear in this kingdom again. Alright. Invalid sequential number. Do I actually have to type in the number that... Okay, I guess I have to actually put in the number that I put in before. Alright. Is that like a password or something for the game? Let's like put in a password so that people can't restore the game without knowing the password? I don't know. Anyway. Alright, so this game is quite difficult. I mean, if you think, you know, if you're one of those people who thinks that Sierra Adventures are hard because you die a lot, this game is much harder, because at least in Sierra Adventures you can usually avoid the danger, but in this game, wow, man, that bear will just continually... Oh! This place. So, okay. There are the remnants of a fire here. That sound you're hearing is birds chirping. And you want to kind of keep this fire going, because this is where you light torches, and if the fire burns out, you won't have a good way to light torches for when you go into dark places. I don't have anything to put on the fire right now. We need to get some wood, but we need to get some wood and put it on the fire. Also, don't try to walk through the fire. It seems that walking on the fire was not such a hot idea. The fire comes back to life. However, you lose yours. You'd think the guy could run away instead of just standing there and saying, "Whoa! Oh, a fire got me! Huh. May your ashes rest in peace." Alright. Well, hey, we resurrected the fire anyway. And we could resurrect ourselves, but I'm going to go ahead and load the game again. Let's speed the game up a little bit. It's running, I feel like it's running a little sluggishly there. Alright, now it's going pretty fast. So what do we have down here? We have more... Oh, we were here before, actually. Just went around in a loop, I guess. Oh no, it's the bear. Okay, he left us alone. Alright, so, so what do we want to do? Well, finding things in this game is really difficult. The layout of this game is very confusing. Like in this screen here, you can go up from here, but you can't really... It's hard to tell because you can't go up through... Oh, actually you can. Oh, okay, I stand corrected. Sorry, never mind. I thought you couldn't go up through there. You're gonna have to work your way through these things that are in your way, but... Okay, it is possible to go up from here. What is this huge rock anyway? This dolmen was a place of religious cult. The druids entered under the dolmen through a covered path that is now in ruins. No ceremony has been held for many years, but legends still hold to this place. It is said that the old dwarf people have long taken care of this place with reverence. Alright, so maybe there's some significance to this huge rock there. Alright, what I'm actually looking for is... Oh, right, here we go. Okay, so... The little cliff at the border of the woods hangs over a path east-west. The forest continues to the south. Large walls of rocks surround the cliff. Let's go ahead and save here again. Because what you can do here, you can click on this to climb. But, okay. Oops, you lose hold, you fall. Very nice fall, spectacular. Unfortunately, you don't survive it. May your bones rest in peace. Yeah, you need to, hold on, let me slow down the game here a little bit. I'll just right-click on that metronome a couple of times and try this again. Alright, climb. There we go. Oops, you lose hold, you fall. Okay, that's okay. You can fall 2 pixels like that and survive. That's okay. The game's not that unforgiving. Alright, so we're up here now. This is important, because if we go up from here... Hey, check out what we found. This clearing looks peaceful with its small river and its nearby forest. Here's where the lumberjacks worked. You can still see the marks from knocking down the trees, and there remains an old pile of wood, completely moldy. Well, the wood might be moldy, but it's also endless. You can take as much wood as you want from here. Where are you going? Hey, buddy, where are you going? What do you mean impossible to go any further? What kind of nonsense is this? I want, okay. I guess, okay, I'll try using the parser. Since I have no idea what he thought he was doing there. Get wood. Okay. And see this little brown thing here. So this is our inventory, and we got a piece of wood here now. Oh, I just realized the cursor flips around. Check it out. So right now the hand, like the hand is sort of pointing to the left, but if I move the mouse to the right, the hand moves to the right, or points to the right. That's kind of cool. The feet don't do that. The feet just stay like this. It's interesting. Is this the only cursor that changes direction? That's kind of cool. So, and we can do this a few times. We can actually just keep saying get wood, because this wood pile is endless. As far as the game is concerned, this is an infinite wood pile. So you can never run out of wood. You can just keep getting as much as you want, but let's not fill our inventory needlessly. We already have 3 pieces of wood. That should be enough. Also, see this thing up here. Ooh, let's get away from the... Oh no. Oh no. I fell off the wood pile. Is that bear? I don't think he was trying to pursue me. I think he was just walking around randomly. So you can do this. The game has a lot of these kinds of sequences where you have to very delicately sort of walk around. What you can also do is just bypass that by using this pickup cursor on this thingy up here. Well, let's take a look at it first. So it's a small casket made of rare wood. The clasps are made of precious metals. The lock is an artwork of the 1,000-year-old metal smithing by the dwarves. A safe protection for objects of value. It is said that it has a magic virtue, but I can't recall what. The casket is firmly locked. So we can try to get it. There's actually nothing obstructing us from getting it other than just this sort of difficult path. And what's funny is he stops here. Like, he automatically follows this path up to here and then says you're too far away. So the last little bit you have to do yourself. Like, you have to... Come on. You have to manually, with the cursor keys, sort of make him go the last little bit, but... Alright, there we go. It doesn't even give us a message, he just picks it up and it appears in our inventory. So... Alright, so we have it now. So it's locked, but that's okay. So what's our status now? If we look at our status here, our current fortune equals 50 gold coins, so I guess that casket was worth 50 gold coins. Okay, that's nice. I think the casket is empty, but maybe the casket itself is worth 50 gold. Alright. Let's see, can we walk down without falling? We don't really need to. It's kind of like the tree in King's Quest I. You can carefully walk down the tree if you want, but you can also just fall off it and not die. But I was able to walk off it without falling, so... Alright, that's fine. Let's go ahead and save again. So we got the casket. I'm going to save a lot in this game, because like I said, if you think Sierra games are hard, man, this game is just murderous, like absolutely brutal sometimes. Anyway, okay, so what did we do? So what we probably want to do... Hold on, let's find that fire. Let's find that fire for a second, and oops, okay. Alright, well I survived that anyway, so... Alright, that wasn't too bad. Make the game a little faster again. I feel like it's going just a bit too slow for my tastes now. So let's try to find that fire and dump a log on it, and that should revive the fire. There we go, here we go. Let's go ahead and take, let's see, how can I take something with the... Oh, Alright, let's just say, put wood on fire. Are you losing your mind? It really annoys me when people spell losing with 2 O's. It's losing, not loosing. Put log on fire? Ahem, you. Come on, man. Okay. Wait, no. You just dropped it on the ground. I didn't want to just drop it on the ground. Burn wood? You need the appropriate object. What? Come on, man. Really? Hold on. Let's see. Is there some kind of... Oh. I am looking at... I do have a walkthrough open, which I will probably be referring to at various points throughout this game, because this game is as I said, this game is kind of brutal sometimes. Put wood in fire? Okay. That is not in your possession. What? Okay, saying... So, okay, first of all, in English you don't say put wood in the fire. Well, actually, I guess you can. Yeah, I guess you can say you put it in the fire. Yeah, okay, you can say in the fire, but I feel like a native English speaker would be more likely to say put it on the fire in a situation like this. But okay, fair enough. Okay, so you need to type put wood in fire. Okay, we can maybe let that slide. They are not native English speakers, so maybe they thought that's how you have to say it in English. But when I said put the wood in the fire, it says that's not in your possession, as if we don't have 3 pieces of wood. And then it makes us walk into the fire and gets us killed. Okay, I mean, again, that's one way to revive the fire, but that's not what I wanted to do. Gosh. And then the music just starts up again, all happy. I'd like to understand what's going on here, because you do want to keep that fire going. Technically, it's not an instant game over if the fire burns out, but I don't think you can restart the fire if it burns out. And you want it, like I said, you want it to keep burning, because this is where you get your, this is where you light your torches and things. So let me try this again. I don't know what's going on here. I'm so confused. So, how do I take something from my inventory? Like, seriously, there should be a way to, like, use something from the inventory. What exactly do you want to do? Okay, fair enough, I'm not sure. What exactly do you want to do? Oh, come on. The bear insists on explaining his cooking techniques to you, but I doubt that you're in a position to appreciate them. With little effort, the bear has finally convinced you to share his meal. Bon appetit. Alright. Let's go ahead and load the game again. I'll slow down the game a bit, because I think the bear's speed is also controlled by the game speed. So, wait, what is this now? Yeah, if you try to do anything with the fire, it causes us to catch fire. That's not what I want to do. Can I use this to, like... Okay. Is that a bug in the game, or is that just... I don't really know. I don't get, I don't know. I don't get it. Okay. All right. Well, I'm not sure what to do now, because I want to put some of this wood in the fire, but I don't seem to have the option to do anything with it. throw wood in fire? Okay, it doesn't understand throw. Okay, that's annoying. I guess I'll have to figure out... I wonder, can I just, like... Okay. I was just wondering if I could, if I could maybe just drop the wood here. No, it's too far. Yeah, I need to be, like... I need to really be, like, right on the fire to drop it. But if I do that, then... I mean, I guess you can burn yourself. You can just, like, commit suicide in the fire, and that will revive the fire. I mean, that's a viable thing to do, since you can just resurrect yourself. But I'd like to figure out how to do it properly and actually, like, have it, Let's see. Put wood in embers? It says that that is not in your possession. I don't understand. We have wood. We got it from the wood pile. Is that a bug in the game? Man, that's weird. Okay, let's not worry about it for now. Let's continue on. It's quite irritating. But okay, let's continue exploring. So, the other place that we need to go is... Oh yeah, I think, yeah, if you go up from here... Yeah. Okay, so check this out. I think I already said the game does a lot of weird things, like a lot of these weird pathfinding things where you have to go on really precarious paths. So, up here in the upper right, there's an exit. Now, getting there is super tricky if you use the keyboard, but you can kind of get around most of it by just using this walk icon because it automatically avoids obstacles. So if you just click here, check that out. He just goes there automatically. So like, what's the point? You don't even have to navigate it. All right. So where are we here? This is kind of like a... Yeah, this is a garden, or clearing that used to be a garden. The fence is in ruins and the wild vegetation has completely taken the garden over. Nothing grows here except weeds. So once again, we have a hive of wild bees. I guess that would probably kill us again. So we have flowers here. The garden is in waste, invaded by thorns. Abandon the plants that now grow there are of no interest to you. So there's not a whole lot we can do here. But what we do need is this key here on the ground. This key is gold. Oh yeah. Okay, we got the golden key. Nice. Now what's our status at here? Our current fortune equals 1,050 gold coins, so that gold key is worth 1,000 gold coins. We still have 0 points though. Why is it? We got the casket and the key and we still have 0 points. What kind of madness is that? Alright, anyway. And yeah, this key happens to be the key to that casket, so you can say unlock casket with key. Okay. And now if you look in the casket, there's nothing inside. Yeah, the casket's empty. Alright, well, the casket itself is valuable anyway. Alright, let's go ahead and save here again. And, yeah, and again, you can navigate, like, this whole path back here, and you can obviously easily fall off. Like, you can... Yeah, you can just... easily fall off the end of the path there if you're not careful, or even if you are careful, probably. But you just circumvent the whole thing with the mouse cursor, like this. So again, what's the point? Why did they even put that there? Maybe for people who wanted a challenge? People who wanted to navigate it without the mouse? I don't know. Anyway, okay, so we're back here. I think that'll be enough for now. I'll go ahead and step into the water so the bear doesn't get us. And I'll go ahead and save the game here. Yow! The bees are busy with the bear. Their stores of honey are in danger. Okay, the bear seems to have survived that. You're beginning to tire. Your load is too heavy. Oh, are we going to drown here if we just stay in the water? You are now exhausted. You're no longer able to swim. Whoops. Okay, Whoops. What did it say? I think it said since you no longer exist. Okay. Gosh. I didn't realize that we would stop being able to swim after a while. Alright. I think the bear getting honey is problematic, actually. But I'm not sure. Okay, I'll go ahead and save here again, because here at least we won't drown because we're not in the water. I don't think you can drown in the grass. I think this is probably a good place to stop. So, yeah, wow, we're already going for 40 minutes. Can't believe it's been that long already. So let me go ahead and show you what happens when you quit the game. You decide to abandon your quest? You give up the glory, the fame? You give up all this wealth? So be it. You have not yet conquered all the dangers, overcome all the obstacles of your quest, blah, blah, blah. So this is basically your status report. So we got 0 points, but 1,050 gold coins. Not bad. Real-world game players hints. Okay, these are helpful hints, which I'm not gonna read this now, but it's kind of an amusing read. This is the enormous advantage and the exclusivity that Armaeth offers you. Make use and fun of it. I think they might have oversold the game there a bit, but yeah, that was Armaeth. So, pretty interesting game. Like I said, it does a lot of things right, but then it does a lot of things so wrong. So it's kind of easy to see why people didn't really get into this game. It's not really the kind of game that grabs you. It's like at first it's a nice looking game, and then it's like, wow, really? This is the game. But it hasn't really gotten a good Let's Play on YouTube as far as I've been able to find. So I thought I'd try to give it a little bit of shake. It's not a very long game, I don't think, but let's see how far we can get. Anyway, this has been Armaeth, the Lost Kingdom. I'll hopefully see you next time for more adventures of getting eaten by the bear and stuff like that, and trying unsuccessfully to fuel a fire. So hope I'll see you then, folks. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye for now.